The average detached home in Vancouver is now worth $137,000 less than what it was worth a year ago. And this is not a 1 month wobble. The price has been sliding for months straight. This is a real measured pullback. So if you own a home here or you've been sitting on the sidelines waiting for an opening, what does a $137,000 swing actually change for you right now and what it means for you? I'm Raghav Manchanda. I'm a mortgage broker licensed in BC and Alberta, and I'm on the phone every week with people trying to make exactly this call. So let me show you what's really behind that number, whether it holds up outside Vancouver proper, and what it actually means if you're deciding right now anywhere in BC. So number one, what's actually behind the drop? That $137,000 swing is a real 7% drop on the benchmark detached price. And here's the part that matters most. It's not a flood of new listings crashing the price. New listings were actually down 11.5% from last year. It's not a supply story, it's a demand story. And one property type is doing most of the damage across the whole market. You're right, condos. Condo sales fell almost 18%. Detached homes actually held up better on volume, sales down just 3%, even though the price took the bigger hit. Whatever's pulling buyers back is hitting condos the hardest. There's a real mechanism behind this and not just a vibe. The board which tracks the sales to active listings ratio, basically what share of what's for sale is actually selling, and their own data shows price comes under downward pressure once that ratio drops below 12. Right now it's at 13. That's not a crash signal, it's a market sitting right on the edge of that real price pressure, which is exactly why a drop like this is showing up now instead of 6 months from now. So is this a Vancouver specific story, or does the rest of the lower mainland look the same? That brings me to part two. It's not just Vancouver. Move out to the Fraser Valley and the direction mostly holds even if it doesn't look identical everywhere. Across the whole board, sales are down 4% from last year, and prices are now sitting 26% below their 2022 peak, a massive drop, even though the year-over-year number on its own looks tamer. And if you break it down by city, it gets more interesting than the one flat number. Surrey is actually the exception. Detached prices there are holding up close to where they were, and sales are only down 2.5%, noticeably better than the region as a whole. Now, it's not immune to the slowdown, but it's absorbing it better than its neighbors. However, Abbotsford tells a rougher story. Benchmark price down 5%, and last month there were only 63 sales against 458 homes sitting on the market. For every home that actually sold, more than 7 were waiting. And if you're specifically looking to buy in Abbotsford, that's as much room to negotiate as you'll find anywhere in the lower mainland right now. So this region isn't moving as one block. Some pockets are holding steadier than the headline number suggests, and others are already deep in buyer's market territory. So if this is happening across the whole region, what's actually driving it and what does it mean for your own decision? Now, here is the province-wide picture. What to do in this scenario. Zoom out to all of BC and June's numbers tell the same story. Just over 7,000 sales for the month, and it's happening against a backdrop most people don't connect to housing at all. BC's population is shrinking. People are leaving, and mostly for Alberta, where housing costs a fraction of what it does here. Fewer buyers in the pool is a real part of why prices are softening even without a wave of new supply. And here's what that actually means if you're deciding right now. If you've been priced out of Vancouver or the Fraser Valley for years, this is closer to a real opening than anything you've seen recently. Genuine negotiating room is out there. There's more selection, sellers who are more willing to talk, but a softer market doesn't remove the need to be prepared. So make sure you get pre-approved before you start looking seriously. And if you're not buying immediately, rate hold is what you want to look at it right now. Because the moment you see the right property, instead of scrambling to qualify, make sure you're already covered. So here's the real picture of BC. Vancouver's price only goes up story is not really holding right now. It's down 6.2, and it's not because of a flood of new listings. It's because buyers are genuinely pulling back. The Fraser Valley is telling the same story, and it's happening against a backdrop of people actually leaving the province, whether it's people doing reverse immigration or to Alberta. And none of these means wait forever, and none of this means rush in. It means go with actual numbers, and whatever you do, make sure your financing is sorted. Now, if you want advice on your financing, whether you're buying, selling, or you want to refinance, make sure you have a conversation with a trusted mortgage broker. I'm giving you a free consultation and my number is below, so reach out if you want an advice for someone who actually cares. And if you like such videos, make sure you leave a comment and subscribe. I'm Raghav Manchanda, and I'll see you on the next video.